Installing the extension. You can click on the extension button from the settings page or find it in the Google Chrome store. Click install and you're done. You should see it in the menu bar. You can click the Amachete logo to turn the extension on or off. Performing a search. Most Chrome extensions are active. They force you to remember to check each and every time you're on a page. But sometimes you might stumble across great product ideas while you're just doing your regular shopping. That's why Amachete's extension is passive. While the plugin is turned on, it will analyze every product it finds on Amazon. To stay out of your way while this happens, Amachete has 3 modes: full screen, sidebar, and minimized. You can toggle between the 3 modes by clicking the small arrow on the right side of the screen. In full screen mode, you can see all of the data you'd expect to analyze a product: the price, the average review, the number of reviews, the fulfillment type, etc. Amachete also shows important data that other plugins ignore, like date first available. This date is when the listing was first up for sale on Amazon, so when you assess the competition, you can get an idea of how old or new all the listings are. Is your search filled with a bunch of old companies who aren't paying attention to their listings? Or is it filled with a bunch of new private labelers who are going to compete with you at every step of the way? In sidebar mode, you'll still see the key details like price and estimated sales. Note, if an item's BSR is over 200,000, you won't see any sales estimates. The color box surrounding the product will give you an easy way to determine the fulfillment type. Green means it's being shipped by merchant directly from the third party. Yellow means it's being shipped FBA. Red means it's been shipped and sold by Amazon themselves. The summary bar at the top of your browser will give you a big picture view of this search result. These numbers give you the totals and averages for all of the items on the page. This is useful if you want to make sure you found an item with enough overall demand. If you see that the total sales are relatively low, it might mean that this isn't a very good product to launch. Or, if the average review is low, it might mean you can take over the marketplace by creating a high-quality alternative. If one of the products on your results don't quite match and is throwing off your totals, you can hit the mute button. So, you're looking at doghouses, but there are a couple of listings that are just signs for doghouses, or pet beds, or even a CD about doghouses. If you just click mute on those listings, it will remove those items from the total calculations. If you found a product that looks promising and you want to keep an eye on its inventory and rank over time, just click Track and it'll add it to the Amachete tracker. Then you can click View Tracks on the Amachete menu, which you can open up by clicking on the A. We'll go into more detail about the tracking screen in a different video. You probably noticed a few other settings in the Amachete menu. The search criteria. It takes time to perform a search and then look at each listing and see if it meets the criteria that you've set for a good product. Instead of making you check each result to see if it matches what you're looking for, Amachete will do it for you. This is where the search settings come in. Let's say you're looking for items that have, at most, 100 reviews with an average review of 4.4, that sell 5 a day. You just turn on those criteria and you're done. Now, as you search through Amazon, Amachete will look at each and every listing on the page, and if it sees one that matches, it'll play a sound. The listings that match will also have a green box around them in the sidebar. This also works in minimized mode, so you can just use Amazon all day and let Amachete tell you when you stumble onto a potentially great product.